Hello everyone, my name is Carencia. I present some problems with my internet, but let's start with the class tomorrow, okay? So when we have to start. So when we have to share my screen, I suppose that when we have to start. So did you see my screen, I suppose? I don't know. When we have to post, yes. So when in the case of not, when we have to, okay, when we have to share my screen again, sorry. So when we have present some problems. Okay, so when we have to start, the topic of today related to the lesson is noun, plurals and regular nouns in English. So at the end of the class, the students will be able to correctly form the plurals and regular nouns in English and use of them in a simple sentence, okay? So when we have to start to show you the explanation of this one. So when we have to show you. So when we have to charge my internet, we'll have mentioned the assessment. So when we have the assessment of this class, when we have to um, work with a partner and asking what is this the plural and singular nouns. Okay, when we have to start. So give me a few minutes because when we have some problems with the internet. So when we have to start. Did you see my screen? Okay, when we use the nouns, we use to refer persons, animal, things, object, events, place, and abstract ideas. When we have mentioned before, when we in another lesson, when we use nouns doesn't have a gender. For example, when we have teacher, dog, ball, table, party, house, happiness. When we have to continue the plural ones. In the majority of the nouns, when we add s at the end of the noun, and this one form a plural nouns. For example, when we have camera, it's in singular, and cameras, it is in plural. Pen, singular, pens, plurals. How? House, houses, car, cars. But when we have an exception, when we add the noun and with y, it is necessary to change the y and add I at the end of the noun and add es at the end. For example, party, Paris, city, cities. So when we have to continue with the second grammatical rule, when we have to the noun ends in a vowel and y, it is only too necessary to add s at the end of this one. For example, boy, boys, toy, toys. But when we have a similar rule, when we have the noun N S double S S H C H X O, it is necessary to add es at the end. For example, bus, buses, glass, glasses. Brush, brushes. Watch, watches. Box, boxes. Tomato, tomatoes. Okay? When we have the noun end in F of FE, it is necessary to change this one and add BES. For example, live, lives, wife, wives. Okay? When we have to continue the plural nouns, when we have the with the irregular nouns, when we have to exist in some cases. When we have the singular and the plural doesn't change. For example, fish. Fish is the similar to the plural and the singular. It's the same with sheep. It is not correct to put fishes or sheepes. It's not correct. Or chips. So when we have to the second exception, when the plural nouns in irregular doesn't change the form. For example, when we have the singular, it is men it is man, and the plural is men, woman and woman. Okay, so the child, children, person, people. Okay, tooth, teeth, foot, feet, mouse, mice. Okay, so what we have to continue with a little exercise. So, guys, what is the idea? Let me show you the exercise and when we have to start. Okay, so give me a few minutes. So, guys, I'm so sorry for the late. So, when we have to continue with the nouns. So, Luisa, tell me what, or write in the chat, what is the possible answer? What is the plural of city? Cities. Okay, when we have to continue with Daniela, what is the plural of man? Men's, are you sure? Well, we have to continue with men, okay? So when we have to, what is the plural of box? Thank you, Juan Jose. Boxes. What is the plural of foot? Feet. Okay. What is the plural of man? Mice. Okay. So what is the plural of live? Lives. So plural, have plural, chips with S? I don't know. It is sheep. What is the plural of tomato? Tomatoes. When we have to resolve, give me a minute. So, okay, when we have to this one, it is mice, not with S, okay. But the other one, it is correct. So let me to step then share my screen. So, and let me show you an exercise. It is a worksheet. What is the idea? The idea is when we have to make this worksheet in an answer in your notebooks. Okay, guys? Let me show you. So this one. Give me a few minutes to charge the worksheet, okay? So in this worksheet, the idea is when we have to the explanation of the topic, it is nouns, but when we have to answer these questions, okay, guys? Answer these questions in your notebook. Do you have 2 minutes to complete that? So, and finally, when we have to, the assessment of the class is related when we finish this activity. So, writing the chat is possible, but write the answer in her notebooks too. Okay? So when we have 2 minutes. So, guys, meanwhile, I said you what is the assessment. The assessment it is as the students or opponents, an object, an person or a thing, and you put this word to the plural. Okay, this is the assessment for the class. Okay, guys, it is important to mention two difference when we use the plurals. Okay, so when we have to continue with this activity, and I consider that that is all for the class. So finish the activity and okay, Luisa, you finished very quickly. So Daniela, did finish the class or no? Finish the exercise, sorry, or no? No? Okay, give me a minute. Do you have 1 minute more? Okay. So guys, meanwhile you finish, I consider that and that is enough of today when we have to finish. Okay, so Daniela, okay, finish. Okay, so when we have church, okay, kimonos, okay, stories, heroes, okay, very good, guys. So I consider that it's all for today. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend.